got what I need. Sipping on potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat.
Wham! Bam! We're back. It's time for another edition of Fast Facts Live. I am your host, your quiz master of ceremonies, Dan O'Keefe, and as you can tell by my lower third only appearing as a black and white text, things are going to be a little different this week. And that's because Tom, the producer, the man who created and runs the show, he's not in Milwaukee. He's not where he normally broadcasts from. No. Tom is broadcasting from an undisclosed location somewhere in good old Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So if there are any technical miscues or mishaps, blame Pennsylvania, honestly. There's Tom from his hotel. Hi, Tom. How are you?
Hi. I'm fine. I'm trying to figure out how to run the show from my hotel room using one laptop.
Is your laptop just screaming?
It is. Oh my god, it's gonna take off. Yeah, because most of the time I'm running this show from my desk that has literally 6 computers running at the same time, all doing something different that runs the show. So now I have one in front of me connecting to only one computer back in my apartment at home because several other computers just straight up stopped talking to each other. So I've spent the last 2 hours trying to make it work and making sure we actually have a show time. But so far, so good.
Tom went to the Tim Gunn School of Doing Anything. If you ever watch Project Runway, you'll know that Tim Gunn's philosophy is make it work. And that is something Tom is doing. So if any of you think this show looks really easy to run, and it's so simple, they just log on and gib, gab, flib, flab. No, I do that. Tom does a ton of hard work to make everything go. So
on a shoestring budget.
Yeah. Speaking of which, patreon.com/fastfactslive. If you want to get us longer shoestrings. We're going to try something in that we have rules. And I'm going to see if the video will play when Tom selects it. So here are the rules on how to play Fast Facts Live.
Hello, I'm Charty. Welcome to Fast Facts Live. Here's how to play. There will be 5 rounds of 5 questions each. You will have 20 seconds to answer each question. You must submit an answer for every question. If you don't know an answer, take a guess. After each round, Charty Bot will ask you if you want to double or nothing. You can only use it on 1 round per game. If you got all of the questions correct, you will earn twice as many points. If you got at least 1 question wrong, you will earn 0 points for the entire round. You will wager between 0 and 10 points for the Hail Mary question at the end of the game. If you answer correctly, you will earn the amount you wagered, and if you answer incorrectly, you will lose that amount. A tiebreaker question will be asked to everyone at the end of the game. Answers to this question will only determine the winner if teams are tied for first place. Don't cheat, think fast, and have fun. Good luck, let's begin.
As I say every week, there you go. Those are the rules. Very simple, very easy to play. Just follow along with ChartyBot, and you will be good to go. We got a bunch of teams signed up, and now I'm going to do a ceremonial reading of all the names. So, in no particular order, we have Ruth Boomer Ginsburg, Just Plain Drama Goons, What's Happening? Mom and Dad, Solo Now Duo, Jupiter's Moon Europa. We've moved off of Saturn and onto Jupiter. Oh, nope! Because the next team up is Saturn's Moon Sudinger. This team, the Saturn's Moon team, is making these up at this point. I like to thank the Jupiter's Moon team for choosing Europa, a word I can pronounce. We also have In the Time of Nick, Opa, Tumbleweeds, Pooh Year Poo Pee, Mal Hearts, MUBB, which Tom is watching while running the show, Jomo's Mojo, Egg Girl Flying Solo, Date Night with Joe, Ian S., and Ding Slosby. Thank you all for playing this week. Let's just get into the game. Let's get rolling and move on to round number 1, because round number 1, it's a fun one. and it's American music. You know, like Eminem, the only American musician off the top of my head. Question number 1. Some say the song I Can't Give You Anything But Love, Baby was originally I Can't Give You Anything But Love, Lindy, in what man's honor? 20 seconds. Question number 2. A poem written for a Montgomery Ward promotion became the words of what Yuletide animal song? Question number 3. When first presented on July 4th, 1831, the song America went by what title, which also happens to be the first line of the song? Question number 4. What composer of God Bless America said his song Alexander's Ragtime Band was a song about ragtime, not a ragtime song? Like how Seinfeld is a show about nothing, not a nothing show. And the last American music question. In the song first sung by the Andrews Sisters, what company was the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy a part of? That is it for American music. There's no more. It's all done. All the music's going to come from Belgium from now on. A lot of songs about waffles and sprouts from the capital. So, double or nothing if you're Belgian. Or a waffle. I don't know. Let's move on to round number 2. Round number 2, Hall of Fames. You know, like that song by The Script and William from the Black Eyed Peas?
I'm also
Yes,
realizing
Tom?
it should be Halls of Fame and not Hall of Fames. And so that's...
Who cares?
Okay.
Who cares? Words don't mean anything. David Ortiz was elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility by a group of people with what occupation? Tom just said this to me, but it should be Halls of Fame, like Surgeons General. I also asked for that. Question 2. Fittingly, just off the highway in beautiful Elkhart, Indiana, is the home of the RVMH Hall of Fame. Yes, the RV stands for recreational vehicle. But the MH does not stand for mobile homes. Rather, it stands for what broader name for them? This is worth 4 points. Question number 3. Our own beautiful Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in which neither Tom nor I are currently in, is the home to the National Hall of Fame of what small collectible that has a purposely loose top part? Question number 4. I.M. Pei is probably best known for his glass pyramid at the Louvre. But what Hall of Fame also has a glass pyramid designed by Pei? Bonus trivia fact, I've been there. It was nice. It was fun. Question 5. The Pro Football Hall of Fame is located in what city, the birthplace of the NFL? That is it for our Surgeons General Halls of Fame category. Double or nothing. If you were there for the birth of the NFL, where George Halas was standing there in doctor's garb, just crouching down like a catcher in baseball, waiting for the football to pop out of the city, that is the answer to question 5 of round 2. I'm sorry for putting that image in your head. It was in mine, and I had to get it out some way. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have the answers to the first 2 rounds, more trivia questions, and I will get Tom to try and burn down Independence Hall. So don't go anywhere. Hey y'all, we're back. Tom counted me in from the break like he was Freddy on iCarly, and I thought that was very funny. Normally he doesn't give me a 5 count, he gives me a 3 count, but this time he gave me a 5, I think, to make up for the whole time difference things.
I'm so used. Well, that's what I've been doing all day. Is like queuing people and like calling a show. Basically, that's what I've been doing all week. So I'm very much used to being on headset, counting down from 10, 5. All right, you're live, etc., etc.
Yeah. I think you need to start doing your shows and seeing how high you can start counting down from before somebody tells you you've gone too far. Like, 15, I could see people being okay with. But if you start at like, okay, we're going live at 55, 54, 53, you're going to get hit.
I should try that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Considering
Please do.
we have one session that starts at like 10 a.m. that goes for like 2 hours. It's like I should start
Perfect.
like once we're live. I'm like, all right, we got 2 hours left on this session. All right, we got
At 9
hour
a.m.
59.
At 9 a.m., go, we're live in 3600, 3599, 3598, and do that for an entire hour.
I
And
feel
see if
like
they
that's
send
more
you to a
painful
mental
for me
institution.
than you. That's
Yeah.
more painful for me than them.
Oh. Well, let's go over the answers for rounds 1 and 2. So, starting with round number 1, American music. Like Estelle said, I'm liking this American music. Some say the line, I can't give you anything but love, baby, was originally I can't give you anything but love, Lindy. In what man's honor? I've never heard Lyndon B. Johnson referred to as Lindy, despite what many of you answered. No, the correct answer is Lucky Lindy. Charles Lindbergh, you know the man first cross transatlantic flight. That's the man. I can't give you anything but love, Lindy. That's what it was. I don't know what song that is, though. Never heard it. A poem written for a Montgomery Ward promotion became the words of what Yuletide animal song? You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen and Comet and Cupid and Donner and Lyndon Baines Johnson. That's right, it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We've definitely had this question worded like 8 different ways on the show before, so proud of most of you for getting it. Question 3. When first presented on July 4th, 1831, the song America went by what title, which also happened to be the first line of the song? I'm a little upset that nobody said A Horse with No Name, but the correct answer is My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. I'm just going to give you an early Valentine's Day present and not sing it for you. Question 4. What composer of God Bless America said his song Alexander's Ragtime Band was a song about ragtime and not a ragtime song? It was Irving Berlin's. Kind of like his last name is about a city, but not a city itself. Question 5. In the song first sung by the Andrews Sisters, the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy was in Company B. He's singing Reveille. No, he's in the army now, singing Reveille. He's the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy of Company B. I apologize that there was no animal crackers in my soup question there. I did write the category. Halls of Fame, to adjust what it says. David Ortiz was elected into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility by a group of people with what profession? They are all sports writers, baseball writers. They are members of the Baseball Writers Association of America, the BBWAA. And it is a travesty that Barry Bonds is not in the Hall of Fame. I don't like Barry Bonds. Not a good guy. However, if you're telling the story of baseball, you can't tell it without including Barry Bonds in the story. And that's how I think of Hall of Fames. If you're telling the story of the sport, you gotta have all the major players in it.
I completely agree. And in fact, I rewatched the Secret Base video where they redid the 2004 season with Barry Bonds if he didn't have a bat in his hand.
Yeah.
And he still has the highest on-base percentage in the history of Major League Baseball.
Yeah. I saw a tweet today that was like, Barry Bonds' or David Ortiz's career OPS is 384 or something. Barry Bonds, if all of his home runs were turned to strikeouts, was 386. So higher than David Ortiz's entire career. Barry Bonds, did he use steroids? Probably. Did he cheat? Probably. Is he still statistically like the best baseball player in history? Yeah. Put that all on his plaque.
Fame. He's famous.
Right?
It's the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to get off our soapbox now. Question 2. Fittingly, just off the highway in Elkhart, Indiana, is the home of the RVMH Hall of Fame. Yes, RV stands for recreational vehicle, but MH doesn't stand for mobile home, nor does it stand for motor home. It stands for manufactured housing. One team got it right. Proud of you. Our own beautiful Milwaukee, Wisconsin is home to what museum with purposely loose top parts? Whoa, you get them at baseball games. It's the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame. It's home to the Bobblehead Museum, which is above Colectivo Coffee. I.M. Pei is probably best known for his glass pyramid at the Louvre, but what Hall of Fame also has a glass pyramid designed by Pei? It's in Cleveland, Ohio, and it is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's a cool place to visit. One of the only interesting things I did in Cleveland. Question 5. The Pro Football Hall of Fame is located in what city? The birthplace of the NFL. It is located in Canton, Ohio. The National Basketball Hall of Fame is also in Ohio. Baseball is in Cooperstown, New York. Hockey is probably in Canada. I don't know. Let's move on to round number 3. Round number 3 is politically adjacent. I'm very proud of this category. I think it's a very fun category. I don't think everybody's going to do too hot on it, though, so I guess I'll apologize in advance. Should get this one, though. Question 1. Actress Cheryl Hines recently criticized her husband for remarks that he made comparing vaccine mandates to Nazism and Anne Frank. Sounds like a dumb guy. Who is her husband? You have 20 seconds. Question number 2. Pete Dupont IV was governor of Delaware from 1977 to 1985. His relative, John Eleuthère Dupont, was convicted of the murder of wrestling coach Dave Schultz in 1996. A story told in what 2014 drama film starring Steve Carell and Channing Tatum? Question number 3. In the Mack family, you have Florida Congressman Connie Mack IV, son of Florida Senator Connie Mack III, son of the apparently insignificant Connie Mack Jr., son of Cornelius Connie Mack McGillicuddy, longtime manager and owner of what now West Coast-based American League franchise from 1901 to 1954. It seems like Bill Belichick has been along for a long time. He's been around for like 20 years as the Patriots coach. This guy was manager for 53 years. That's kind of what you get to do when you own the team, though. Question 4. Model and actress Kate Upton is the niece of Michigan Congressman Fred Upton, whose grandfather was co-founder of what Benton Harbor headquartered home appliance brand typically associated with dishwashers and washing machines. And question number 5. Talent agent Ari Emanuel is brothers with former White House Chief of Staff and Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel, who was recently confirmed as the United States ambassador to what Asian country? That is it for our politically adjacent round. Double or nothing if you would like me to never write a politically adjacent round again. Let's move on to round number 4. The round Tom told me he wrote to give people a reprieve from that last round. This round is all about Monopoly pieces, just like it says on the tin. What Monopoly piece are we talking about? Question number 1. You sunk my... Oh. Question number 2. Das! Question number 3. If I click the right button, here it is. Use it to take wrinkles out of your clothes. Question number 4. Protect your fingers when you're sewing. You know what number comes after 4? Question 5. Big-headed and little-armed relative of the modern-day chicken. That is it for round number 4, double or nothing. If you are always the banker when you play Monopoly, but you also cheat and just take money whenever you want, because there ain't no rule that says you can't do that. Just say you got a government loan, man. That's how it works. Makes it more realistic. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the answers, some questions, and guess what? I'm going to do my best Billy Mays impression and try to sell you bathroom detergent with the Fast Facts logo on it. So don't go anywhere! Hi, Dan O'Keefe here, coming to you for the Creative Land Shop. I've bet you wanted to own a shirt before. Maybe even socks. Well, guess what? You can get that and more at shop.wearecreativeland.com. That's right, at the Creative Land Shop, you can get shirts, you can get socks, you can get lanyards, keychains, hats, anything you want, unless it's a lot of things, you can get it at shop.wearecreativeland.com. This is the part where I would hold up a piece of Fast Facts merch and show you, but all the merch that I have is nowhere near me, so just go to the website and look at it yourself. Once again, that is shop.wearecreativeland.com. Any purchase you make supports us, and you get some cool swag with it. So, thank you to those of you who have purchased. If you haven't, consider it. It's fun. And if you wear the shirt, people get to stop you on the street and ask, "What's Fuffle?" That's always a joy. Another way you can support us is on Patreon, patreon.com/fastfactslive. Different tiers of support get you different perks, yada, yada, yada. You've heard this spiel before. There's a new episode of In Conclusion coming out tomorrow. We are talking about Now You See Me 2, the worst titled sequel in the world, because it should be called Now You Don't. And other than that, I think that is all the stuff I have to plug. We've got, you can follow us on social media, at Fast Facts Live on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And as always, the best way you can support us is by spreading the word, telling your friends, getting them to join in on the fun. So, I actually think that's everything I had to tell you. Let's get on to the answers for rounds 3 and 4. For round number 3, politically adjacent. Question number 1. Actress Cheryl Hines recently criticized her husband for remarks that he made comparing vaccine mandates to Nazism and Anne Frank. Who is her husband? Robert F. Kennedy Jr. What a silly man. Dangerous man, but silly. Pete Dupont IV was governor of Delaware from 1977 to 85. His relative, John Eleuthère Dupont, was convicted of the murder of wrestling coach Dave Schultz in 1996. A story told in what 2014 film starring Steve Carell and Channing Tatum? It is the film Foxcatcher. Not Foxcatcher, but Foxcatcher, because it was Team Foxcatcher. Question 3. In the Mack family, you have Florida Congressman Connie Mack IV, son of Florida Senator Connie Mack III, son of the apparently insignificant Connie Mack Jr., son of Cornelius Mack McGillicuddy Connie Mack. Longtime manager and owner of what now West Coast-based American League franchise from 1901 to 1954? The Philadelphia Athletics, now the Oakland A's. Question 4. Model and actress Kate Upton is the niece of Michigan Congressman Fred Upton, whose grandfather was co-founder of what Benton Harbor headquartered home appliance brand typically associated with dishwashers and washing machines. That is Whirlpool. Question 5. Talent agent Ari Emanuel is brothers of former White House Chief of Staff and Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel, who was recently confirmed as U.S. Ambassador to Japan. Moving on. Answers for 4. You sunk my battleship. That's question number 1. Das, not Das Hund, Das Boot, like the German film. Question 3. Use it to take wrinkles out of your clothes. Why? That's an iron. Or we would have accepted Downy wrinkle release spray. Question 4. Protects your fingers when you're sewing. That the thimble. And question 5. Big-headed and little-armed relative of the modern-day chicken. You have to be specific about which kind. It is the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Or the Trex, if you like pronouncing things wrong. Let's move on to round number 5. Round number 5 is, of course, our toss-up round. It could be anything. Question number 1. Of the 3, which member of the Apollo 11 mission did not step foot on the moon? 20 seconds. Question number 2. Turn Down for What is a rap song by DJ Snake and what American rapper? Question number 3. Serial killer John Wayne Gacy was the director of the Polish Constitution Day Parade from 1975 to 1978, a parade still held to this day in what Midwest city? Question number 4. Bionicle are a former toy line created by what Danish company known for their interlocking bricks? Question number 5. The James Webb Space Telescope successfully reached its final destination at one of what kind of points around Earth? This is worth 5 points, so good luck. That is it for our toss-up round, which means we only have 1.5 questions left. Double or nothing. If you knew the answer to question 5, actually I shouldn't say that because I assume maybe the Saturn and Jupiter teams have a slight advantage because they keep naming things in space, of which the James Webb Telescope is one. But anyway, our next question, our last question, technically, is the Hail Mary question. Place your wagers now, anywhere between 0 and 10 points. To give you a hint on the category, it is music. So you thought you were done with music questions? Well, guess what? You got one more. 1.5, because the tiebreaker question is also related to music. But you don't have to wager on that. That doesn't matter to you. So we're waiting on a good number of teams. So we'll be back next week with another Fast Facts Live. Mark your calendars, set your clocks, do all that. I think Tom will be back in his normal position for that.
I will not be.
But he will not be. So strike that from the record, Judge, please. Thank you.
Beautiful downtown Brentwood, Tennessee.
Ooh. That's a place I've never heard of before.
It's a suburb of Nashville.
Oh, okay.
We have all of our wagers in.
We do. And like a suburb of Nashville, let's get rocking and rolling. I'm so sorry. U2, Kenny G, Madonna, and Michael Jackson are 4 of the 5 artists who have had a top 40 hit in each of the 4 decades from the 1980s to the 2010s. Who is the 5th artist that fits in that category? You have 20 seconds. All right, in case of a tie, American Top 40 considers 4 different radio stations their home station. I was trying to do a Casey Kasem impression at the beginning, and boy, I cannot do that. What's the sum of their frequencies? All right, that's it. That's all the questions. So we only got one more break. We'll score this sucker up and then see who won. So do not go anywhere. Oh, hi! Didn't see you there. Just kidding. I did. I was playing a little goof on you. Let's go over the answers and see who won this angry duck. Question number 1 of round 5. Of the 3, which member of the Apollo 11 mission did not step foot on the moon? Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong get all the love, but Michael Collins was the man orbiting the moon throughout the whole mission. A man who should be remembered. He was vitally important. Question 2. Turn Down for What is a rap song by DJ Snake and what American rapper? Lil Jon. You may know his sandwich shop. Serial killer John Wayne Gacy was the director of the Polish Constitution Day Parade from 75 to 78. A parade still held to this day in what Midwest city? It is in the city of Chicago, Chicago, that toddling town. It was as director of the Polish Constitution Day Parade that John Wayne Gacy got to meet First Lady Rosalind Carter. Weird. Question 4. Bionicle are a former toy line created by what Danish company known for their interlocking bricks? Why, that's Lego. not Legos. Lego itself is plural, according to Lego. And question 5. The James Webb Space Telescope successfully reached its final destination at one of what kind of points around Earth? Well, 5 teams got this one correct. They are called Lagrange points. I didn't know that because I know nothing about space, but obviously more of you do, and I'm proud of you for that. I thought a Lagrange point would be where you start playing ZZ Top. Pause for laughter. Anyway, Hail Mary question. U2, Kenny G, Madonna, and Michael Jackson are 4 of the 5 artists to have a top 40 hit in each of the 4 decades from 1980 through the 2010s. Who's the 5th? If you had shifted the decades back to the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, it would be Cher. But moving forward, the correct answer to this question is Weird Al Yankovic. When you think about it, it makes sense. And our tiebreaker. We didn't have a tie. Team in first won by 8. American Top 40 considers 4 different radio stations their home station. The sum of their frequencies is a cool 400. Now let's see the winner. I'm going to go to the scoreboard right now. And starting from the bottom. With 0 points in 18th place, Frankie's Mom has got it going on. Ian S. ended up with 5 points in 17th place. In a tie for 15th, we have Tumbleweeds and Pooh Year Pooh P with 7 points. I love our sophisticated teams. Mal Hart's MUBB has 10 points, good for 14th place. In 12th, we have a tie between Mom and Dad and Date Night with Joe, both with 11 points. In 11th, Jupiter's Moon Europa has 14. In 9th, it's another tie, Just Plain Dramagoons and Egg Girl Flying Solo with 18 points. In 8th, What's Happening has 19 points. With 21 points in a tie for 6th, we have Ruth Boomer Ginsburg and Jomo's Mojo. With 23 points, Solo Now Duo is good for 5th. In 4th place, In the Time of Nick has 26 points. In 3rd place, Saturn's Moon Sudinger has 33 points, and that's what you get for giving a name like that. You don't deserve to win. In 2nd place with 35 points, we have Opa, which means in 1st place with 43 points, it's Ding Slosby, a returning champion, not from last week, but previously in the season. Congratulations to Ding Slosby for winning this week. As winner, you get to choose between a Creative Land Shop gift card, an Amazon gift card, and the prize you should pick, an official shirt of Champiosity. Thank you to all of you for playing this week. A very special thank you to our patrons, to Dennis Tracy, our Twitch czar, and of course, the biggest Philadelphia-sized thank you of all to Tom for producing the show from that CIA bunker that he's staying in.
Thank you for hosting.
No problem, baby. We're going to be back next week. I'll be here. Tom's going to be in good old Tennessee, where hopefully the internet's good enough. So get excited for that. Same fact time, same fact channel. In the meantime, everybody stay safe, have fun, get vaccinated. Bye-bye.